Today in Florida, 4 more flights filled with Americans will arrive after fleeing the growing violence that we've been talking about on the island of Haiti.
Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis' rescue effort is bringing home 14 Americans, including children. That was yesterday. There were 8 children and 6 adults on that flight.
Unbelievable. Governor Ron DeSantis joins us right now. Governor, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me.
You know, Governor, I'm sure there's a lot of Americans that are excited that you've done this, not just the people that are there, but a lot of Americans that are expecting the Biden administration to do something similar. So how did you pull it off?
Well, I'll tell you, Lawrence, this is not just chartering a plane and people get on and they live happily ever after. I mean, we've had folks working for us who've actually been on the ground in dangerous parts of Haiti to help get people out of difficult situations and get them to where they can be exfilled and eventually brought back home to the United States. We are not getting great cooperation with much of the federal government, unfortunately. Of course, we did similar rescue flights in Israel. The difference with that was the Israeli government was very supportive of what we were doing. Right. Haiti is a much different story. So what we're doing, because we have close to 400 Floridians that have signed up on our website saying they would like to be, and over 500 overall Americans. Now, we're focusing on Floridians, but if there's somebody who's also an American and we can be helpful, we want to do that. But part of the thing that's going to help us is to be able to launch some flights out of the Dominican Republic. So we're trying to work with the State Department. We're trying to work with DR to say, hey, if we helicopter people over, can we then fly out of there? Because I think the airport situation in Haiti is just something that is not necessarily optimal. And we want to make sure we can get as many people out as possible.
Yeah, Governor, have you found that in certain areas, the dangerous areas, it's harder to get those Americans out? I was listening to an interview on Fox and Friends First, and it was a young lady who said she's getting married this Saturday, and her mom is stuck there, and she keeps calling home. But her mom is going from hotel to hotel. She said no one wants to pick her up or give her a ride because it's so dangerous in Port-au-Prince where she is. So she's worried that her mom's not going to be able to safely get out of that area to get on one of these flights.
Well, of some of the people that have already been rescued, that has been people that we have had on the ground in Port-au-Prince that have helped navigate around that. So it's not an easy situation. You're right. It's not as simple as just calling a cab and getting to the airport and then all of a sudden you go home. So those are challenges that we're going to work through, but we're committed to doing it. I think we've got good assets at our disposal. I will say this, though, and we're vetting people because we're not just going to bring people if we don't know who they are. So we're making sure they're Floridians, U.S. citizens, or have a right to come, whatever. It has been like pulling teeth to deal with some of these federal agencies. And the reality is you have an easier time getting into this country illegally than you do just to be rescued as a United States citizen. How the hell does that make any sense?
Yeah, no kidding. And you famously transported some to Martha's Vineyard, and you're making that vow as well. If there are Haitian migrants coming into Florida, next thing you know, they could wind up in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. But Governor, my wife and I personally saw about 3 weeks ago, we were visiting some friends in Jupiter Island, and there was like a police roadblock because apparently a boat with migrants from Haiti and the Dominican Republic had come ashore. The migrants jumped off, wearing life vests, and then scattered. And the police were looking for them. And I know that there have been a couple of instances where people actually got in boats and came to Florida, which is the hard way of doing it. A lot of people just come through Mexico. And I know you have staffed things up along the coast to try to intercept these people. Can you explain what you're doing?
Well, we've always been involved in helping. I mean, it's a Coast Guard mission to protect our shores. They don't have enough resources, and so if the Coast Guard can stop the boats, they turn them around and they send them back to Haiti. That's the law. We have plussed up resources, including a major plus up starting in January of 2023. So about 15 months ago, I did an executive order. Since January of 2023, the state of Florida, our assets, independent from the Coast Guard, we've intercepted close to 700 vessels. Wow. That has resulted in the repatriation of close to 14,000 illegal aliens. So the boats that come, most of them get intercepted and turned around. Obviously, there's, we do what we can. The Coast Guard does what it can. But we've since then, since the situation in Haiti has deteriorated, we've plussed up even more. So we have an unprecedented array of folks that are in the water. We have National Guard, Florida State Guard, Florida Fish and Wildlife, Florida Department of Law Enforcement, Highway Patrol people are out there helping the Coast Guard. But I think it would be good if the Biden administration would plus up the resources for the Coast Guard. They don't have enough resources to be able to protect our shorelines. But I think we've sent a message over the last year and a half with what we've done is that it's not worth getting in a boat and doing that because the chance of you making it is very small. What's most likely to happen is you're going to get intercepted and go back. And I think that's part of the reason we have not actually seen some major uptick in vessels from what we had been seeing recently, because I do think it's the case. If you want to come to the U.S. from Haiti, the easiest way is not to take a boat anymore where you're likely to get intercepted, but to go to Mexico and then just walk across the border. And that's how most of the Haitians who've come into the United States under Biden have actually come in through the southern border.
And Governor, you've been so gracious to send some of your men and women from Florida, whether it was Fish and Wildlife, National Guard, as well as some of the state police, to Texas, my home state of Texas, to help us secure the border there.
Yeah, I was the first state back in 2021 to do it. Now that the Supreme Court has allowed this SB 4 to go in, I'm interested to see if our guys can be helpful, because I think that what the missing piece of this had been, yes, people would come across the Texas-Mexico border. We'd have people, Texas DPS, whoever would stop them. But once Border Patrol got them, they would release them into the interior of this country. If they can stop, arrest, and turn them back across the border, that is going to be a huge, huge deterrent. So I'm definitely supportive of that mission. They can count on us to be supportive. And the thing about it is, it's an issue for our country. If you don't have borders, you don't have a country. So I think all states should be concerned about that. But the reality is, this border issue affects all states.
That's right.
We have people. I just signed a flurry of bills to crack down on illegal aliens for people that have been deported before, and then they come back into this country and commit crimes. In Florida, they are getting the book thrown at them if they do that. But anyone coming across the border is not likely to stay in Texas. They're likely to go to other states. So we all have an interest in fighting back.
Indeed.
Such a good point.
Governor, thank you very much. We know you're busy.
Thanks, Governor.
Thanks for dropping by.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
You bet. I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.